So I hope you guys can hear me actually. Let me try something. Yeah, you guys can. Hello, welcome back to a new watch along. What's this? Belgium versus France, the second semi-final in the UEFA Nations League. The first one played yesterday. The European champions, Italy, lost 2-1 to Spain, the semi-finalists. Good game, interesting game. Hopefully this one can live up to the hype. You know, it's Belgium, Hazard, Lukaku, Kevin De Bruyne versus, go up to the panel. 7 minutes, you mad, 18 minutes into the game. Shut up, Lauren. Yeah, I know, but I've been waiting. Rachel was supposed to do the stuff, and she wasn't here. So yeah, let me know, how's the game been then? How has the game been? It's still 0-0. By the by, it's still 0-0. Can this game live up to the hype of yesterday's one? Don't know. We shall see. We shall see. Yeah, and if anyone wants to come on, just comment it down below, or I'll probably DM the link. In a good game so far, Lukaku smoked Varane. Yeah, is that another one you're going to put in your compilation? Lukaku smoking Varane, or Lukaku Varane just playing bad actually. Benzema, Mbappe. Up across the box. Then can De Bruyne hits the post and the Reese pulls off. Yeah, a worldie. Do you like my new name? No Wayne, no. Oh yeah, like no pain, no gain. Okay, I like that. I mean, I prefer the name I gave you better, but you know. Yes, it's Varane couldn't keep up, but quickest centre half in the world, apparently. Oh, he is quick, yeah. East Merchant is what Jem calls him. I don't entirely agree with that. I like Varane. I rate him. I would have taken him at Chelsea. But it's interesting. What France are playing, I think they're copying Belgium. They're playing a five. Um, I'll bring up the lineup. Hold on. Hold on. Ball in. Mbappe. Nice. Courtois comfortable. Comfortable. Pick up Prime. Oh yeah, I haven't said anything in like 2 minutes. Oh yeah, here's the. It's frozen. No, it's not. I just haven't said anything. Here's the lineup for the game. So can you guys see it? Oh yeah, yeah, you can. What, two teams line up? Oh no, you can't actually. No, you can. No, no Wayne, no gain, Bun Wayne. Yeah, shut up. Yeah. So with France or with Belgium, the typical 3-4-3. Thibaut Courtois in goal. Alderweireld, Denayer, and Vertonghen. And they're finished essentially now, right? But yeah, Denayer, he did well in the Euros, didn't he? You've got Castagna at right wing back. He had a breakthrough at the Euros, or a breakout at the Euros. Well, a breakout last season actually at Leicester, and played well at the Euros. Carrasco, Yannick Carrasco at left wing back, and a midfield of Tillemans and Witsel, and a front three of Lukaku, Hazard, and KDB. Nah, no way you were that still. Yeah, apparently I do that a lot. So there's that. Yeah, and France, they seem to be mirroring them. Lloris in goal, a back three of Koundé, Jules Koundé, linked with Chelsea in the summer and United a bit. Rafael Varane, who Man United bought, and Lucas Hernandez. Oh, the brothers are playing. So Theo Hernandez is playing left wing back. Right wing back is Benjamin Pavard. And Adrian Rabiot and Paul Labelle Pogba are the two in the midfield. Labelle. You got Griezmann playing 10 or centre forward, and two of Mbappe and Karim Benzema. Interesting team, yeah. Got the bench, both sides. Big up Nippon. Look at the bench for both sides. Decent. Martial is there for France. Gustinier, I love. Ben Yedder, Leo Dubois, Ariel Chouameni. Still 0-0 in the game, by the way. Ariane Chouameni, who, Chelsea and United fans want desperately. This guy's meant to be this next big thing. We'll see how that pans out. Presnel Kimpembe, World Cup winner. Why didn't he start? Lauren's still salty about yesterday. Nippin, you're the only one who's obsessed about the game. Relax. But yeah, for Belgium, Boyata, who's at Celtic thing now, is he? Or does he play in Europe? I'm not exactly sure. Samuel Mignolet, then Donka, because he's shit. I don't know who you're referring to, but yeah. Then Donka, Trossard, Salamanikers. Oh no. And Michi Bashuai. It's good. Good squads. Good squads. Move that. Good squads. But yeah, Benzema whips in the ball. Meets no one. Varane kick gets out. KDB throw in. Gives it to Castagna. Alderweireld. Witsel. Or Tillemans, Witsel. To Carrasco. Tillemans. KDB out on the right hand side. Castagna. Tillemans. Witsel to Alderweireld. Witzel, Castagna, Tillemans, Witzel, KDB, Hazard. Ooh, Hazard trying to weave in. Witzel loses the ball. It's a handball, I think. There's a foul. Hmm. What does everyone think of the takeover that's happening in Newcastle? It's quite interesting, isn't it? You know, you have salty rivals or people complaining about, like what human rights violations and stuff like that. Look, I don't necessarily, not necessarily that's a big deal. Or what am I trying to say? I understand all the morality of it and everything, but the ones who complain are complaining about that or making out to be such a big thing. Are you like that in every other aspect of your life? Then are you going to boycott everything because they're linked with human rights violations? Probably not. I doubt you're doing that. So but all billionaires, they made. I doubt they've all made their money in the best or most legal of ways. You know what I mean? So it is what it. I don't know. It is what it is. Yes. Max Tigers has come on Belgium. Big up, Prime. Thank you. Nipping Wabi. Yeah, I will. Newcastle top six in a few years' time. I think it could be probably less than that. A couple of years. I mean, Arsenal and Spurs aren't doing anything. I don't expect them to get success like some people think. Personally, I think some people pick and choose when they get exactly. They do. You know, that's what people are like in all walks of life, though. Kambembe is on the bench because he's shit. He's not shit. Kambembe starts for Chelsea. Okay, so then let's not do that. That he's shit. He's not. Respect Kambembe. Jose to Newcastle. That might be a bit of a shout. That might be a bit of a shout. Kimpembe conceded three to Switzerland. Yeah, and so did who else played that game? I can't remember who else played that game, but like so did the other players that played. Look, who played that game? Hold on. Let's see. Hold on. Switzerland. Who played that game? We'll bring it up. We'll bring it up for France. Who played that game against Switzerland? Racing goal, Varane, Longley, and Kimpembe. So Varane is also responsible for that, and Kimpembe. So is Kante. No? Do you want to blame Kante? You're also talking about which game? The Portugal. Which Portugal game? In the group stages. They beat Portugal. Oh no, that's Nations League. Oh, and you mean what? When have they conceded four to Portugal, Nippon? From what I see, they haven't. But are we talking about the one that drew to Portugal 2-2? Yeah, Varane and Kimpembe played. Varane played with Kimpembe. That's what you're talking about. France beat Germany 1-0. That's what you mean. But yeah, maybe you are confusing them. It's okay though. But yeah, still watching the game. Uh, for Tongan to Hazard. Hazard has the ball to Tillemans, KDB. Back out to Eden Hazard. Or not to Hazard. Oh, 1-0. That wasn't Hazard who scored. It was Yannick Carrasco. 1-0 to Belgium. Yes! Belgium could win their first international trophy here. I know for a fact that one team conceded four to Portugal. Regardless, Deschamps allowed France's best defender to cheat. Laporte is not France's best defender. Stop that, Nippon. Stop. Come on stream and explain why you think that is. But stop. So yeah, Belgium are leading 1-0. 1-0 to Belgium. Damn. Wow, 1-0 to the Belgium. We gotta respect it. Oh, they're checking the goal. Oh, the goal stands. Okay, cool. The goal stands. He's better than Longley. Longley is not France's best defender, though. France's best defender is Varane, Kimpembe, even Koundé. Like, the three of France's best defenders. Laporte is not even better than Zuma. But, we move. We move. We move. Who have we got in the background?
Wallahi, fam. You call me Mr. Sim, yeah? Flipping hell.
Zuma is not better than Laporte. Okay.
What's going on? It's 2-0. Jeez. Okay, that's it. France. You know what, Prime? I'm gonna say it controversially here. I'm gonna say that France is an overrated World Cup winner anyway.
Wait. But Nippin, or not Nippin, Fitzor, have I not been saying that Deschamps is a fraud?
Yeah.
Have I not been telling you, everyone, that Deschamps is a
fraud
fraud?
watch.
No. He's been on fraud. Wait. Lukaku scored. Lukaku.
Put the shower on fraud watch. That's it. That's a terrible defending by France anyway. Put the shower on fraud watch. Put the entire France background. Honestly, ever since they lost to Switzerland, they haven't.
Are you okay? Did you? Oh, he muted himself. Nippin doesn't know about your Laporte. I don't have a Laporte agenda. I'm right. What small game Romelu? My blood clot striker. Let me not use that again. But yeah, Romelu Lukaku, man. He wins the Nations League, come back to Chelsea, fire us to a title.
Can I just say, I think we got to agree that we had to put the entire France squad in that fraud watch.
Yeah, but remember, I've been telling you guys that Deschamps is a fraud.
For what? For years? Yeah.
Well, no, not for years, but I've been saying this. I've been saying that since.
Well, to be fair, I've been saying it since they lost to Switzerland. That's it, man. Like, that's why I thought like he should be. So, in regards to that, that means Mbappe is on a fraud watch then for France team up for PSG.
No, Mbappe. I always, because he plays in League 1, I put everything he does with an asterisk. Anyway, because I don't that league I don't rate. It's the sixth best league in the world right now, and Messi's a bum. So I don't have to rate it, do I? But yeah, actually, let me change the title. 2-0. Damn. 2-0.
All right, be right back. My mom's waiting for me upstairs. Be right.
All right, cool. No worries. 2-0. Damn. Wow. Prime got laughed at when he said France aren't the same team. Exactly, I did. People laughed at me when I said France aren't that great anymore, that they're beatable. People laughed at me when I talked about Benzema shouldn't be part of this team. Cohesion's gone. People laughed at me when I said Deschamps is a fraud. I don't care he's won a World Cup, but we move. It's cool. Pogba, stinking the pitch. Rabiot, he shouldn't be playing in this team. But we move. Griezmann, he's a flop, but we move. We fucking move. Cool. It's cool. But you know what's funny? France will appoint Zidane. France will appoint Zidane, and Zidane will win the World Cup, probably. That's the funny thing. Ooh, could be a third. Ooh, okay. You know what's funny though? The 2 goals France have scored, yeah? Lloris should have done better with them. Let's just be honest. Let's just be honest. What? Could England give France a game? What do you mean? Could you beat France? Yeah, this team is beatable, man. It's not. It's not that great anymore. 20. They peaked at the World Cup. Castagna out wide. Tillemans, Witzel, Carrasco, Hazard, Carrasco, Witzel. Witzel being chased by Pogba. Pogba's doing nothing in this game. Hazard. Half time. It is half time. 2-0. France in the mud. Deschamps has to come up with some sort of tactical plan. Pogba's been invisible all game. Surprise, surprise. I'm enjoying this game. Anyways, but we move. Anyone wants to come on, talk about the game, give their thoughts, etc., 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 yada yada. Feel free to. Feel free to. Real problem. I think KDB has stat padded, to be honest. I think he has been poor this game. What, KDB got the assist for Lukaku, didn't he? Yeah. And I think who got the goal for Carrasco's goal? Maybe it was Hazard, I think. I'm not entirely sure. But, Oh, KDB got 2 assists. Damn. KDB bowling out here, bro. Fraud and France. He ain't bowling, he's been smelly. Oh, well, Pogba's been smelly as well. At least KDB has 2 assists. your say, click. Oh, hi Ryan. What's up, brother? If you want to come on, bro, the link is here. What do I think KDB is overrated? No, I rate KDB. Yeah, he's not overrated. He's well, it depends on how you're rating him. Because people say Pogba's as good as KDB or Pogba's better than KDB, which I think is a disrespect to him. Has KDB started off the season great? No, he hasn't, to be fair. However, that shouldn't negate what he's done in the past 3, 4, 5 years. It shouldn't. He's a baller. You can't. No, no worries, bro. But I appreciate you stopping in and tuning in to the stream. Appreciate you tuning in. But yeah, no, KDB is not a fraud. I don't. You don't rate KDB highly, do you? I do. I like KDB. He gets too much disrespected. France earned that. Yes, they are. I'm loving every moment of it. If Pogba was on free, would you take him in our squad? This is tough because on talent, yes. On talent, on ability, he's the best midfielder in the world. Is he one of the best midfielders in the world? So on talent and ability, yes. But he's not always consistently on form, which is annoying. If he was on form, then what am I trying to say? On form, on ability, when he's on his day, yes, but he's not always consistent, which is annoying. And the times when he goes invisible, and people say, "Oh, he needs the best players around him." He's at France when he's got the best players around him, and I don't question him at France, but there are certain times when like for example, against Switzerland, people said Pogba put in a 10 out of 10 performance. But why is that? Because he scored a goal? Because he also gave away the ball that led to Switzerland equalising, which led to Switzerland beating France on penalties. But whatever. Ever since Ben's been rocked up, yeah, but I told people Benzema being part of the squad is a bad thing, but it is what it is. F Lukaku. Oh, you're United. Okay. Why do you? I don't hate France. They were my favorites to win the World Cup, or not my favorite. Wait, when was the World Cup? Yeah, I wanted Nigeria to win the World Cup, obviously, but I don't hate France. Benzema is one of my favorite strikers, but he's not the guy for France. Plain and simple. I think can Chelsea get more out of it? Yeah, maybe. Hopefully, can get him anyway. So. Belgium's Ollie tax. No, stop. Ollie tax is not an excuse for Pogba to be 4. No, exactly. Because they were deemed to be an unstoppable force in Euros, which I hate, and they were far from that overrated team. Yeah. Plus, he was not making the runs. Kante was all alone that night. Which night? Oh, against Switzerland. Yeah. Well, that's Pogba. Giroud is the guy. Yes, he is, and I keep telling people that Giroud linking with Griezmann and Mbappe is money, but Benzema's messed everything up now. So, uh, still champion du monde, champions of the world. Yeah, of course you are, but shouldn't the best team or best nation in the world be playing better than this? If you're saying this is acceptable, then boy, Giroud was always the guy. Yes, he was always the guy, but no one wants to listen to me. Embarrassing. Kante needs to play if Pogba plays. Yeah, he does. But apparently Pogba carries Kante then. I love Giroud, but no. No, you can't. Giroud over Benzema, nah, you can't say that. What you mean for France? Yes. Wow, my tweet got 132 likes. Wow. Well, France concede two more goals or score two. I don't know. France could score another one or two goals, to be fair, because they've got the firepower. I want Pogba at Chelsea because he is my favorite midfielder in the Prem. But I can't say obviously. Ciro Immobile. I don't. Who talks about Immobile? We'll catch up. Well, uh, yeah, second half is about to start back up again. What are your predictions? Do you think this could get ugly? This can get this can get ugly, but hope. I have hope. Yeah, what is it that we always say? Does anyone know? What is it that people always say? It's the hope that kills. The hope is what kills. Ultra says the Shamps and Ollie are like 4 leaf clovers. I can hope. They're effing lucky 5. What do you mean? Who's your top midfielders in the Prem on ability? My top 5 in the top 5 on ability. What kills you makes you stronger? Nah, let's not do that. On ability in the Prem. Yours is Pogba, Kante, KDB, Fabinho, Thiago. Mine on ability in the Prem. Ability, just ability. Pogba, Kante. No order though. This is Pogba, Kante, Jorginho. Is Bernardo Silva a midfielder in this, or is he a winger? I don't know, but Bernardo Silva. What? Pogba, Kante, Jorginho, Bernardo Silva, KDB. Yeah, that's 5. If I can't put in Bernardo Silva, then I will put in. I don't know. Can't think of anyone. Bernardo Silva. If Juan Mata the best, Bernardo Silva's the midfielder, then yeah, Fabinho. Gundogan. You guys rate Gundogan? You guys rate Gundogan like that? Oh, second half started by the way, peoples. Trophy. Gundogan. I don't. You guys rate. You rate Gundogan. Time to score. I don't rate Gundogan. Okay, let's do this. Let's go through our top players. Top five goalkeepers in the Prem. On ability, is it? Or on form? I don't know. But I go. Let me know what yours is, people. I Gundo's is a good player, very good midfielder, underrated. I think he's overrated. People, I like him, but the praise he gets just settle down a bit. You know, he's not KDB. Yours is Allison, Mendy, Ederson, Martinez, top four. Mine would be Mendy. Yeah, Mendy, Allison, Ederson, Martinez, David De Gea. Ultra, yours is Mendy, Ramsdale, maybe. Fuck's sake. Why? Ramsdale, you know. Nah, we're not doing Ramsdale. Nah, don't forget De Gea. Don't ever forget De Gea. Arsenal tax. Nah, Ramsdale, you can't tell me he's top five goalkeepers in the league. He's not. Thank you. He is. He very. You know what it was? He did well at Atletico Madrid. He was playing in the front two, and then was it that year? Was it the Euros? So not the last Euros. The one before the World Cup France won. Was it the one where they hosted it or something? I think. And uh, Griezmann played well. I think that was a transition of no Ribery and stuff, and no Mbappe, and not Benzema and stuff like that. Payet played. What's his name? Valbuena maybe played in that tournament. I'm not sure exactly, or maybe it was Payet. But Griezmann played all right, and then that was a big breakthrough, I think. Or maybe I'm mixing up tournaments. I don't know. Ever since he got that move to Barcelona, he's been overrated. He's not necessarily, I wouldn't say a world class player or anything. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah. But Griezmann, yeah, he's been stinking this game. Stinking. Courtois has been on job, by the way. Didier Deschamps hasn't done anything to help change this game. Expected. Belgium just, I don't know. Are they kind of taking their foot off the gas a bit? But they're defending well, Belgium. France aren't doing anything. They're not attempting really to do anything. Someone in the back. Don't know what your name. Telly Mountain. But your camera's not on. It says the device is not connected. I'm assuming that means your camera. Something wrong with your device. You need to connect it before I can add you in. Yeah, what top 5 center backs in the Prem? I would go with. Thiago Silva on ability. Thiago Silva, Rafael Varane, Van Dijk, Harry Maguire. Don't know. Christensen / Rudiger. Maybe I don't know. People would say take out Maguire because he hasn't won anything. To be fair, and I get that. I hear that. I do hear that. I hear that. I certainly do hear that. C1 London says DVD, Silva, Diaz, Varane, Rudiger. Ooh. I don't think Maguire's top 5 centre backs. I think he barely top 10 centre. Nah, he's top 10 centre backs. C1 London, name me 10 centre backs. We're talking about Prem, strictly Prem. On ability, name me 10 centre backs better than Maguire. At least, well, no, name me at least 10 centre backs. Name me more. If you say he's barely top 10, name me more than top 10 then. Because, bro, not gonna lie, you're capping. No, he's definitely top 10, arguably top 5. This picture I'm trying to find. Yeah, anyway, Parisian says Silva, Varane, Christensen, VVD, Rudiger, Maguire. Wait, Silva, Varane, Christensen, VVD, Rudiger, Maguire. That's 6, isn't it? But yeah, that 6, I would have the same 6. Maybe not in that order per se, but yeah, in that 6, I would have. Lauren says, I don't get why United fans cry because De Gea isn't in Spain 11. He's not in there because his passing isn't good. Yes, this is very true. Okay. Better than Maguire. VVD, yes. Silva, yes. Rudiger. Uh, no, yeah, debatable. Varane, yes. Diaz, no, he's better than Diaz. Laporte, Maguire's better than Laporte. Matip, Maguire's better than Matip. Christensen, yes, fine. I love Johnny Evans. Everyone knows I love Johnny Evans. But taking away my bias, Maguire is better than Johnny Evans. Fofana, I like Fofana. Maguire is better than Fofana. Let's not lie. Don't lie. Don't lie on a public platform. Don't lie. Don't lie on a public platform. Where's this picture? I think Matip is a good centre back every time I watch him. Is he though? I don't get the hype about Matip. He's good. I agree, he's good, but he's not. If he's good, then that means he's not part of the top 5 centre backs in the Prem because you have to be more than good to be in the top 5, don't you? That's fair, promise. Your opinion. Yeah, I get that. People don't talk enough about Lloris's amazing passing ability. Well, you need more than passing ability to be a top goalkeeper, but we move. We move. What a game, though. What a game. What a game. People don't talk enough about, yeah. Oh, the EFL show. Nah, because they were live and I forgot to change it. What do I change it to? What, 52 games, only 1 loss? What is that for? Who's that for? Is it? No, it's not the EFL show. Well, speaking of the EFL show, got Niall.
So,
okay, I expected more, but okay.
I expected more from England under 21s as well, but they're a bunch of wankers.
Oh, what? England, they're losing. Surprise, surprise. Against who?
Drawing 2-2 with Slovenia. Unacceptable.
Oh, wow. Can't even beat Italy, can't beat Slovenia.
It appears to me that Gareth Southgate has taken charge for today, which is a little bit upsetting.
I don't think you can blame Southgate for your under 21s not being
No,
good.
I can. I can blame Southgate for everything. I'm not a millionaire. That is Southgate's fault. Spurs have been kicked out of the top 6 tonight, as of Arsenal, or the big 6. They've both, as of 10 minutes ago or 20 minutes ago, Arsenal and Tottenham were removed from the big 6 by force.
I mean, it's a top 4.
When I say big 6, and they were removed by force, they were removed by 320 trillion pounds of that force. Newcastle have been taken. It's gone through.
Also, this guy that keeps trying to enter, your device says not connecting, so
who is
nothing we can do. I don't know.
What's his name?
I don't know. Proasco or whatever, but I don't know. But yeah, and about 30 of those were without VVD. I don't. Oh, you're talking about Matip? What? Yeah, no. I don't think there's much in it between Lindelof and. Shut up. It's because you don't like United. You're saying that. Maguire's clear. Lindelof, don't do that. Lindelof.
They're too different. So Maguire's got more of the strength and he's able to carry the ball better into midfield, but Lindelof is a much better passer than Maguire. Much better. Not even
yeah, but even that, I don't necessarily think by much.
By a considerable amount. Lindelof is an extremely good passer.
Yeah, no, I know. I don't. Matip is explain why. Explain why.
What flavour?
I don't know. This is relation. There's probably something else. Explain why. Anyway, Genie, bottle the answer. Bottle the question. I don't know.
Oh yeah. So basically, and I think I might get done for bullying soon. Because for a Liverpool lot, I asked them who has the better legacy out of Gerrard and Salah, and then I asked them who was the better captain, Gerrard or Henderson, and then I asked who was the better manager, Gerrard Houllier, Jurgen Klopp, and Rafa. But yeah, they didn't like the questions. They found them hard to handle.
Salah, Henderson, Julia.
Yeah, but it's hard for a Liverpool fan to say anyone over Gerrard.
Same Liverpool fans whose greatest ever player doesn't have a Premier League. You can't really take what they say seriously. But yeah,
just bodying them.
Maguire has improved United's defence. Yeah, exactly. Well, not relegation is a stretch, but yes. No, they don't. He's not better than Chris Smalling. Not joking. Chris Smalling starts for your defence. Let's not throw jokes. Don't throw stones when you live in a glass house. You can tell Lawrence. Yeah, you can. Lindelof is a scapegoat. You wouldn't take Maguire at Arsenal. Would you take Maguire at Arsenal, Lauren? Let's be honest.
Probably. You'd have to. Right? He's good enough for a mid-table team.
How did I miss that? No, I wouldn't take Maguire at Arsenal. I can't stand him.
Wolf goes, respect Harry, respect Maguire.
Lindelof's good enough passing to play in DM. He's not.
His passing, perfect for a DM. His upper body strength would kill him. He has got no strength. He could not boss a midfield. I agree. If a DM was based on just passing, Lindelof could operate the DM role perfectly. But he's not got the strength to handle that midfield. He's barely got the strength to handle centre-back, let alone the midfield.
But United fans think anyone can play in midfield. I've heard them say Van de Beek play long DM. I've heard them say Aaron Wan-Bissaka.
To be fair, Prime, they are currently playing with Fred and McTominay. So,
and they do that for a reason, and it works.
Yeah, but I can see why they want them gone.
Yeah, but they're saying stupid things like play Wan-Bissaka or play Van de Beek on his own, which is stupid.
Yeah, Wan-Bissaka, no. There's only one player in that whole team that could operate it on his own, and that is McTominay. And at the moment, he's not ready because he hasn't got the range of passing or the completely lost what I was going to say. Discipline.
Yeah, he'll grow into that. Well, maybe. Wait, hold on. I reckon I could outstrength No, you couldn't. Let's not stop this.
I could body Kante.
No, let's not do this. Okay, let's not do this. We're not disrespecting a Champions League winner.
I'm not. I'm just saying that I could easily body him. Have you seen the size of me?
We're not doing that today.
Right. We both know that if I was to just run into Kante, he is ending up in fucking Egypt.
We're not doing that today. Lauren, you wouldn't take Maguire at Arsenal. Maguire is better than all of your Lindelof is better than all of your centre-backs. Mm-hmm. He starts for Arsenal, Lindelof.
Yeah, I agree.
Prime. Does Kante cancel Pogba out of the game when Chelsea play United? No, because I'm going to get clipped up, so I'm not going to speak.
Pogba won't be in the midfield when United play Chelsea, so no.
That is also true. He'll play left wing.
Ollie hasn't got a DM, so he can't play Pogba in midfield. It's fucking brilliant. Have you seen that? Apparently, they're going to give Pogba a contract which makes him the highest paid Premier League player.
He does what?
They're gonna give him a new contract that makes him the highest paid Premier League player, which is just fucking mad. I don't know what he's done to deserve that.
Wow.
Prime, you ignoring me, mate? Bad Wolf, shut up, Wolf. No, there's just so many comments. He's Prime's always like this. He just goes through comments.
10 people are here.
He's probably about 25 million comments up above.
Why do you guys just pour in the second half? Would you guys come in the first half so I'm not alone talking to myself?
Well,
there's 10 people here watching.
To be fair, Wolf was on my watching my Liverpool one, and Velv was on the panel for that. So
but I'm talking about just the people who are actually watching.
Prime, clearly I just bring in the audience, mate. I make them talk.
No, Prime. They've got Gabrielle in it. Gabrielle who? Nah, we're not doing this. We're not doing this. Who the fuck is Gabrielle? Yes. If I could pin the comment, I would, but I don't know how. Gabrielle, yes. Who the fuck is Gabrielle?
Do you want me to do that?
I don't think we can do it via stream. Wait, penalty?
No, you don't have it via StreamYard.
It's a penalty. Oh, Mbappe versus Lloris.
Oh, no.
Ooh.
Oh, no, you can't. Yeah, if the owner of First XI could, but I don't have that ability. Ace me eyes. Idea.
Ooh, fuck.
Mbappe is a forward. Mbappe.
Fuck's sake. Mbappe ruins everything.
Pogba is a disgrace. A full-blown disgrace.
Ouch.
Ouch. Ouch. Fucking hell, Redneck.
Yeah, it was a pen. Yeah, I saw that from Redneck. Like I said, I'm gonna be in the mud, might delete my tweets. No, don't delete your tweets.
It's always the best way, especially on Twitter. Have you seen Twitter?
Don't delete your tweets.
Of course, Prime doesn't want you to delete his tweets. Just think, are you agreeing with Lauren, or are you two saying separate things on this?
No, she's saying she's probably making a joke, but no, don't delete your tweets. Stand by them.
No, I didn't know if you were gonna use them against her in future weeks.
No.
Ultra, I'm so fucking happy. Unbelievable. Pogba is a disgrace. Pogba is a disgrace. He's shit. Just because he can do it when he's got a DM, but he can't. That's the thing. Like, and also, Pogba's played in the cam.
Oh my god!
Many a times.
Why is there a Twitter account called Prison FC?
Oh Jesus! Oh Jesus! Oh Jesus! Soon they're going to have a full starting 11.
Yeah, no, but this is.
I mean, it is probably a bit out. You shouldn't really have that. No, relax, man. Pogba ain't shit. Quality footballer. He is shit. He is definitely shit, mate. I don't like Pogba. I think he's massively overrated. Hugely overrated. But a first XI Royal Rumble, I'll back Wolf.
First XI Royal Rumble.
Yeah. Do you know what a Royal Rumble is, Brian, or do you need to explain?
Is it like a free for all?
Basically, you get a load of people in a ring and you chuck them over the top rope, and the last one standing wins.
Yeah, free for all. Yeah, that'd be. I mean, I don't fight, but you know, I'd watch.
I don't know how we would arrange that. Get us all in the same room. Cool thinking Pogba is overrated, but shit is a madness. Yeah, same thing. And overrated shit, same thing.
Allez la blue, allez la blue.
Griezmann a better midfielder than McFred. Are you sure?
Allez la blue, allez la blue.
Lukaku and AWB's touch should be in Prison FC. I agree. Both of them have shocking first touches.
All of them can't bottle this. Well, no, they already are technically. But this is embarrassing.
Belgium can bottle this. Don't worry about that.
Wait, that chick can be a dude. What does that mean?
Yeah, Valve, I do know what a Royal Rumble is, but I just wanted to explain it in a more simpler way.
Well, no, you don't, Valve. Wait, what?
Basically, Valve says he would win it, and Wolf is saying no because Lauren would eliminate him.
From what I know about, yeah, she would. She'd beat everyone. So
Valve's gonna get his ass kicked by a lady. Velv, take the L. Lauren humiliate. Oh, fucking hell. That was a good chance.
Did he say Pen Mbappe?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's roll with it. Pen Mbappe.
That's what I said. Pen Mbappe.
Are you sure your Belgian striker is going to pull Belgium out of the shit?
Talking of another overrated player. Oh dear.
Are you? I don't know what that face is meant to be. Redneck, you know each other, you idiot. Wait, what? What? I'm so confused.
Well,
Belgium are the shit Spurs.
Redneck put that chick could be dude. And then Lauren goes, we know each other, you idiot. I'm now confused as well. Vibes goes, Velv would enjoy that now.
What, Lauren? Yeah, I know, but you know what? Velv would be in the ring and get a boner, and I don't want that.
That's an image no one wants to really think about. Velv, the king is the king. Unbelievable. Belgium are the international Spurs. They literally are. They're so shite. No idea. Oh, Chiomani's on.
Yeah, for Rabia.
Yeah. I don't know what stage you're on. I think I'm a little bit ahead by like 2 seconds, about 10 seconds. Oh my God, goal for Belgium. Courtois. No, I'm joking. Prime nearly got excited then. He nearly started posting Courtois prop. I bet have you got like tweets saved in your drafts for like props for players if they do well?
No, I'm not. I don't draft tweets.
Unbelievable. I think you should.
Nah. It's better on the fly.
Vibes. Oh, Vibes, that comment. That's vulgar. That is genuinely legit vulgar. Oh my God.
I won't get bought because I can hit a stone. I don't know what that means though.
I've sent you a stone cold stunner.
No,
before.
no. I know what it means, but what's that got to do with bought?
I have no idea, to be honest.
Pogba.
Arsenal can have McFred and Martial. Martial would do quite well at Arsenal, I think.
Yeah. I can't see Lauren's comments. Does she block me? Block you where?
No, Lauren literally 2 comments beneath that says no.
I mean, I'll block you if you want.
Don't be so harsh.
Arsenal can have Fred and Martial.
To be fair, McTominay does quite well at Arsenal, I think, and Martial would as well. No one wants Fred, let's be real. Just imagine Martial down that left-hand side for Arsenal. I think he'll do quite well there.
Yeah. Arsenal can, yeah.
I mean, the Fred bit is just to try and get anyone to have Fred in there. That's not shit. Fucking I was on a space last night listening to Igal Space, and they were talking about like the Newcastle takeover. Oh, some of these people, I swear, they you need to engage part of your brain, like because they're all saying that Newcastle will go to the top next season. They'll be top 4. They'll spend all the money in the world. That's just obviously not going to happen. Newcastle are going to do this wisely. I can see Newcastle buying players like Lingard, Martial, Nat Phillips, James Milner. Because what you'll do first season, what they'll do is they'll buy Premier League proven players, but that also can, elevate them up to further up the league. Then they'll probably put that in with like a couple of decent players from abroad, like maybe Norhouse and maybe like an Andre Silva or something. And then as the years get on, you build up more of a reputation, maybe get into Europe and then get into the top 4. That's when you can look at the players like Mbappe's and all that. But yeah, it's a bit mad. It's a bit mad. If anyone's expecting Newcastle to be a top 4 team next year, you are in for quite the shock. Also, could you imagine Martinelli at Newcastle? I could. I'm being deadly serious.
You know what? So many Arsenal fans are going to move to be Newcastle fans now. I could see Gabby doing that.
No. But could you see Gabriel Martinelli at Newcastle? Because I could. I think
he's good. To be fair, I do like Martinelli. I just would rather he'd stay fit.
I like him, but it's Gabby things that makes me despise him. But yeah, I could see Martinelli at Newcastle. And for the question of will Newcastle get a new stadium? I don't think they need to. They've got what
St. James is massive.
It's like a 55,000 seater stadium, isn't it?
Do you guys see Arsenal making fake questions to ask questions on Twitter? What do you mean?
Did you not see? It was about a month ago or a month and a half. New Arsenal were having a press conference with Arteta or something. And they made fake accounts to ask questions to Arteta.
But why don't just use your normal account?
Because they were pretending to be media.
But how can... I'm assuming they wouldn't just pick random questions.
I don't know. I think they were. I think they were just...
Okay, well, whatever. Small club. Rumor has it Martinelli doesn't start because of a guy called Gabby thinks. Yeah. Mourinho could genuinely go to Newcastle. I'd love that. A club that would back him.
Do you want to know how I see it going? So I see Newcastle either trying to pinch Rafa back off Everton, get Rafa in, or look at maybe a Steven Gerrard or a Potter. Or an Eddie Howe,
no,
one of the.
I don't mean he goes now. I mean eventually he'll go there.
No, I don't. I think Newcastle will be far too above Mourinho soon. To be honest, I think Mourinho should never come back to the Prem because do you know what? I don't think the English media want him back. Well, the English media want him back. They can slam him. I think Jose will be happy away from the Prem for the rest of his career. He's achieved everything he can in the Prem. Right? He's won the Premier League multiple times. He's done everything he can in the Prem. I think he should just stay in Italy or, go to teams that will appreciate him, like Italian teams. They'll all appreciate Jose. This is what he can do for them. Wolf says, I see Mason Greenwood at Newcastle. I do in like 4 or 5 years' time.
There's Newcastle Pet Stadium.
That'll be, I think the Mason Greenwood transfer, I think that could happen in 4 or 5 years' time. Just think of it. United not back in, or United just not being United. Greenwood, if he turns out to be as good as everyone thinks he could be, why can't Newcastle go get a Mason Greenwood in 4 or 5 years?
Salah won't go to Newcastle.
No.
Valve says, yeah, Valve, if you want to come on, you can come on.
Someone. Well, no, but it's true though. It is true though, isn't it? In 4 or 5 years' time, if United haven't backed, or if United are still shit, and you know, if United. If United is still continue to be shit and Greenwood progresses as everyone expects him to be, which is one of the best forwards in the country and in the world, and Newcastle are serious about being challenging for the titles, players like Mason Greenwood will end up at Newcastle. I think maybe even a Saka might. I could easily conceivably see a likes of Saka, a Greenwood ending up at Newcastle. You know, because at that point, Greenwood would be, as I say, 4 or 5 years' time. So it'd be 24, 25. If United are still not working as United, you know, conceivably should be, then yeah, I could see Greenwood going to Newcastle. And as a member of Greenwood FC, I'd be more than up for that.
Nah, I think if he's good enough, he'll go abroad. I don't see him going to Newcastle.
No. I don't want to see him leave the country. I want to see him at Newcastle winning plenty of Premier League titles because it fits my agenda of Martinelli being shit.
Him going abroad is also. Oh, that's a bad switch. That's a bad switch. Gone. It's a bad switch.
I want to see him at Newcastle. I think it'll be good.
Who did that? Is that Benzema? Oh, it's a bad switch.
The Vibes comment is perfect. Fair enough. I understand that point. They aren't going to waste their careers. Exactly. Like no one is going to waste. Players are selfish nowadays, and they have every right to be, mind you. I'm not saying that a player shouldn't be selfish, but they are, because the players automatically, if Greenwood thinks he's as good as Greenwood thinks he is, then you know he will want to achieve stuff. He will want to win trophies. And if United are still in the same mess that they are in now, then you know why wouldn't someone like Mason Greenwood go, actually, Newcastle want me. I fancy going to Newcastle. Why wouldn't they? Like, it's more than plausible.
Yeah, but I mean, again, based on that logic, Newcastle won't be the only team in for him.
No, of course they wouldn't. You'd have Man City probably in for him. You'd have probably Chelsea might be in for him because by that time Lukaku's probably near enough finished.
No, I'm not talking about Prem teams. Like
no. I'm just saying that. I'm just saying the Prem teams would obviously come in for him. But it also depends on the player, because not all players want to fuck off to PSG and to Spain and La Liga. Because don't forget, the Premier League is the best league in the world, and players know that. So they're not necessarily going to go, I fancy leaving the Premier League, because they might just say, actually, no, I want to stay in the Premier League because it is the biggest league in the world. A lot of this is egotistical stuff, but it is ego stuff, isn't it? Football's all about egos. Fucking hell, Lukaku scored.
Lukaku!
Ooh.
Shut up, no one asked you now. 2 goals. 2 goals for small game Romelu. My fucking striker. See, this is the sort of service we need at Chelsea that we don't create for him. Jesus Christ. Oh, but wait, no, what did you say about Arsenal?
I said Arsenal was shit.
Speaking of small clubs, Val, which one's here?
Oh, wow.
Valve, how do you feel that you're now like the 4th best team in the Premier League now?
Fuck Newcastle, innit? They're going to get slapped up. Oh, could be a possible offside.
Other way around, mate.
Oh, wait.
Carrasco could be offside.
Vibes, are you on Twitter? If so, what is your Twitter? Let me know.
MLS we got disallowed. We got disallowed.
Oh, yeah, it did. It's 2-2.
Oh, fuck off. Okay.
Small game Lukaku is back.
Yeah, I was
He
wondering
was
if
offside. He was offside. Oh, small game, Lukaku.
No, it wasn't Lukaku who was offside. It was Carrasco who was offside.
No. Lukaku was offside.
That's a good ball in from the Carrasco.
It was, but Lukaku purposely put himself offside. It's quite disgraceful.
Lukaku's offside. Are you right now? It's free kick to France.
Antoine Griezmann.
Why is Griezmann taking it?
Griezmann.
Because he's better than Paul Pogba.
Yeah, Pogba's awful, man. Xhaka put him in the spliff in the Euros.
Pogba is a disgrace.
Yeah, but let's be honest though. Your best midfielder is Gerrard. You're not one to talk.
Actually, my best midfielder is actually
No, put some respect on Naby Keita, man.
Or
Naby Keita was supposed to be the new Steven Gerrard, and he's wound up riding bench.
Bro, I didn't even know who Naby Keita was when he joined Liverpool.
That's what I'm just going off what your fan base said.
Yeah,
Vibes is brilliant. Feel like Vibes says, I feel like I lose brain cells when I read some football Twitter accounts. Ratio. Yeah, you get ratioed a lot on Twitter. I've still never really grasped the idea of a ratio, so I just.
I think Vibes.
You're not on Twitter then.
Oh, fucking hell. Pogba nearly scored.
Oh, boo.
Oh, from a free kick? Yeah, okay, well.
We don't celebrate Pogba.
Oh, he literally hit the corner post of it.
My thing is lagging. I can't watch it.
Oh, that's mad. That is mad. That was close. That was very, very close.
Yeah, he's trying to do the Ronaldo steps.
Naby Keita doesn't even respect himself.
Not far wrong.
His agent does.
Liverpool fans don't even respect themselves.
No, I like Naby. I just don't like his agent.
Goal! Who is it? France have scored.
Yeah, they have Theo Hernandez.
Yeah.
I'm behind.
France are not as good as England, though. Small game.
You know what's mad, yeah? You know what's mad? People talk about Ollie surviving on individual brilliance. That's literally what Deschamps does, but no one wants to talk about it.
No, Deschamps is awful, man.
No, one Theo. Yeah, Theo Hernandez scored it.
For 10-year-olds. I'm not, but might make one soon. My block list will be every football Twitter account.
Oh, the fact that the Hernandez brothers were playing on the pitch is mad. Yes, spank each other's bum. Yes, for I touch his dick.
What the fuck, Valve? You weird bastard.
Okay, bye.
International Spurs, they've done it again. Yeah. Belgium.
Dirty little bastard.
Deschamps in, Ollie in. Twitter is filled with 10-year-olds pretending to be adults. I know, right? It's fucking hilarious. Unbelievable. Oh my god, Mike Ashley's about to buy Chelsea. Fucking hell, that's big. If you had that prime,
he doesn't have the money.
Chelsea.
He doesn't have the money.
Roman Abramovich is willing to sell.
Plus, Roman wouldn't sell us. The only way Roman would be willing to sell us is to an owner that actually loves and cares about Chelsea and making us a better club.
Oh, Aaron got a photo with
What is he in the chat?
Wellens. No,
is he in the chat?
Twitter. He put always been a fan of Wellens, mate. Deep down, always will be. Fucking twat. Also, if you haven't checked out the EFL show, it's actually really good. We actually had a really good time. I'm not lying. We actually spoke about like what Jamie O'Hara said, sort of went in on the EFL as well. So make sure you check that out.
Fuck's sake, France. Okay, now. What do you mean by that? All right, now Spain. You have one job: beat France. Okay, Italy couldn't do it. They ruined Jorginho's ballon. Oh, for fuck's sake.
How is Canada doing in the World Cup qualifiers?
Redneck, hi.
Hi.
Did you come here to mess with me?
Always, man. You're such
I
an easy
love that.
target. You're such an easy target.
This is brilliant.
Hey, what have I done to you?
Nothing. You're just such an easy target.
That's brilliant. What have I done? Nothing. You're just an easy target. That is
No,
brilliant.
don't put. You've got everyone to go for. You can go for Aaron. You've got Niall.
Aaron, hold on. Hold up a minute. Why would he be going for me? I'm beautiful.
From every
Hold on.
angle.
Did you just say Aaron and say why would he come for me? So you're admitting your name is Aaron.
No. I said I said whoa. You called me Aaron, and I said I am beautiful. So why would he go for me? Like I'm beautiful.
Oh,
I am.
okay.
I am hot. I am hotter than Beyonce and Nicki Minaj put together.
who are those?
Yes,
people?
you're beautiful in every single way, and words won't let you down.
Well
Who are
said,
those
Brian.
people?
Well said. Also, I think Velvon's coming. Save me now. I can't. I do have access to the account, but
Yes, I'm free.
What do you think?
How
What do
is
you,
the question?
let me
Actually,
ask-
Redneck Blue.
Yeah.
Should we just be calling you that, or
you can call me whatever you want, man.
Okay,
I'm not that. I'm not that sensitive like you are, man.
hey, women like the sensitive type, but we move. What have you watched this game? Yeah, are you watching this game?
Yeah.
What do you think of Theo Hernandez? Do you think he would suit us at Chelsea?
No.
No.
I don't like to people like you know what upsets me about the whole situation with Lukaku and formation. The transfer window is in summer and in winter. Let's talk about that then. You know what I'm saying? Like it's so like what we can do with the shit that we don't have. It's you know what I'm saying? Like why are we talking about stuff that we don't have it right this minute? That's what I'm. That's my point.
That actually makes a lot of sense. To be fair, I think to get the best out of Lukaku, you need Reece James at right wing back because he's good at crossing the ball, isn't he? What's Lukaku need? People who can cross the ball. Like, I think Redneck. I think he's muted. People like Alonso and Reece James is exactly what you need.
Oh my god, vibes.
Because they're both able to cross the ball.
That line sounded like Love when he gets out of his court case. So what line?
You know?
Yeah,
we can hear you now.
Okay. To my point, the problem with Lukaku, it's not. I don't actually see the problem with Lukaku. We played like 4 or 5 games. Like, come on, I met you 4 or 5 Chelsea games ago, and I'm already messing with you. You see how comfortable I already get? Same thing for Lukaku. He just needs to get used to you. That's all it is. He just needs to get used to the players that he's surrounded with. That's all it is.
Wait, I'm confused. Are you wait? Hold on. Are you calling me Lukaku or
no?
Are you Lukaku? I'm confused.
I'm calling mine and yours banter between us as a relationship Lukaku has with creativity. Like why are you messing with me? You still don't you're still new to it, you know, like you don't know how to react to me. You know I'm messing with you, but you don't know how to react to it. You know what I'm saying? So same as Lukaku for forwards. Like
Yeah,
he
I
knows they're
understand.
capable. He
Yeah,
knows
I
they're
understand what you're
capable of
saying.
making it.
Because it's two ways, isn't it? Because Lukaku's got to learn what the players around him's like, and the players around
Exactly.
him have got to learn what Lukaku wants, and that will grow over time. Like Lukaku clearly is going to want a lovely peach of a cross put onto his head, so he can head it into the back of the net. That is going to be a strong point because he'll out jump and he'll out muscle defenders. The likes of Reece James and Marcus Alonso, who I think are the best ones to get out of Lukaku, I think those would be the right players, and I think they will learn.
I will disagree with you on Alonso.
Well, most people do. Everyone disagrees with me on Alonso.
Technically, he should be the best suited player for Lukaku, but I've been saying it, and I've been saying it for a long time. Look, Alonso does not cross the ball, not because he can't. It's because he knows that it's 50-50 chance that he will get cut with the ball. If you cross the ball into the forward, that means that counterattack can go back, and that will mean that he needs to run back, and he doesn't want to do that. That's why he's not crossing the ball. That's why he's not playing to the strength of Lukaku. Because the game is too focused.
Is that not something Tuchel can sort out? So, you know,
yeah, put him on the bench.
Well, no. I mean, he's gone for like the three at the back, hasn't he? So, you know how Liverpool have like the midfielders covering for their wing backs. Do you not think that
not the midfield?
Not the midfield.
I think this Rudiger is that.
That's what I was about to say. Do you not think that Rudiger can do that job? That as we see it with Hendo, don't we? Hendo covers.
Yeah.
Do you not think you could take away some more of those defensive duties away from Alonso and have Rudiger just as you normally would? Rudiger sort of move over and sort of cover down that counter.
Henderson does it.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying.
We don't have a midfielder that does it.
I'm not saying a midfielder should do it. I'm saying, would that not be good for Rudiger to do that? And then if you play...
He's already doing it.
Yeah, but if you play Aspie, then you go to a back four, don't you? Because you still got your two centre-backs with Rudiger moving over to
We don't have a proper right back and left back to play back four.
No, I'm not saying play a back four. I'm saying when you're attacking, you play a sort of a back four and you allow Alonso to have all of that space going forward. And then if you're playing Azpilicueta right wing back, you get him to drop into right back, and then you shuffle everyone over to be a four in attack. And then when you defend, it means that when Alonso doesn't have to sprint back, he still has to get back, of course, but he doesn't have to sprint back, so you can take away some of those defensive duties. And you play with the back four, and then you have Jorginho and Kovacic or Jorginho, Kante, whoever, sort of in front, and that's sort of, you play with the back four, the two, sort of playing with that sort of double pivot.
I see what you're saying. You see, it puts us in a different complication. Mm-hmm. That means that for me, the biggest problem is a creativity from the defensive midfield. Mm-hmm. That's my problem with Chelsea squad at this minute. By saying that like wing backs needs to create, by saying that the Mount needs to create, I don't disagree with that. I of course. Mm-hmm. But for me, the biggest problem is, especially when we play against teams like that play back, like Juventus we played and stuff, we play two DMs in the back. We play Jorginho and we play, for example, Kante before he got injured. Kante, I love Kante. Like, he's a really good. I think Jorginho it's my personal thing. I don't think Jorginho needs to be in the Premier League. I think he's suited perfectly for other leagues, but he was never my cup of tea.
Jorginho is so perfect for Serie A. So perfect.
And for teams like Barcelona, they really, really want him. I mean, I don't like, he's good at what he does. For me personally, if we have, because I was not Lukaku was not number one for me. But since we already have, and I don't want to talk about the other strikers, we have to have dynamic midfield to progress quickly. Not counter-attacking style, but progress quickly through the middle, not for the wings. Because Lukaku has a pace. Lukaku, for as big as he is, that boy can run. And for me, it's better if we progress through the middle more than from the wing backs, and that's why we don't suffer from play like injuries like Reece James, and we don't have to rely on Alonso. So if we progress through the middle, that way we release the pressure from the wings, even though we can if we have.
Would you ultimately in the future? Would you want to? Do you think this formation is best to get out of Lukaku what you need, or do you think you're going to need to change formation?
I don't know if any of you ever played football, like even if it's non-compatible, or how you say it, non-professional. There's no such a football player that restricted to a specific system. He can be a best at specific system, but that doesn't mean that he can play bad in our system. I think.
But I mean, in terms of fitting the players in, so obviously
Lukaku is the best one for the counter-attacking team, and we're not, and that's why it was my biggest disappointment. We didn't get Haaland, even though when I sold the money, I was like, I don't want him. You see what I'm saying? So Lukaku is not. He's definitely built for the as a whole. Even though he say he's not a holding midfielder or holding forward, he is a holding forward. So for me, he was never bought as a system player for us because we never played that system. Even Tuchel never played that system. So why did we buy him then? That's the question. You know what I'm saying? Did we buy him as the same as Morata? Just because we didn't have time, we couldn't buy him in the first place before Man United, before he joined Man United, because Chelsea want Lukaku before Man United more than Morata. We had to settle for Morata.
Do you think that it was similar with this, that you wanted Haaland, but you had to settle for Lukaku?
Yes, it's 100%. It is. If it wasn't for the substantial amount of money and stuff, it was. But you gotta look at the bigger picture based on previous year.
Yeah,
we needed a guy that can fix the goals, like the chances he has to minimize that. 2-3 chances goal, 2-3 chances goal. We did not have that last season. We have 10 chances and a goal, not from the striker, from the midfield, even defense. So if you look at the picture how we bought Lukaku is the perfect for that situation. Now we have a different problem because we removed one person from that forward position that made like false nine looks like playable. You know what I'm saying? Like when Kai played with Timo and Mount, they constantly interchange with each other. That's why we created so many chances. But you had to remove one of those three to put Lukaku in. So now you have less one creative player. So you have only two creative players to create for one person.
So do you think it's now finding that balance of which two creators you can put in with? Which two would you put with Lukaku then? Because obviously you've got the like some Mount, Havertz, Ziyech, Joe, Werner. You've got so many.
It's on the paper. It's on the paper. It's based on the paper. How based on the 7 games? Who the hell knows based on the 7 games? Because apparently Robin Loftus-Cheek is the best one that suited, and Barkley. For the past 2 games, they the ones that actually played with Lukaku decent. Barkley when he passed the ball, that's exactly the ball Lukaku wants. That I'm saying, like you put it through the between defenders on his line, like against Juventus. But for some reason we're going from the sides, and the reason I'm blaming Jorginho because he's the one that orchestrates whole thing, and he's the one pushing teams to go from the sides. That's what pisses me off about the whole Jorginho. But Barkley, we need a good number 10 that can see the pass between the lines. Barkley is perfect substitution player because when he starts good, and all of a sudden he becomes like, oh my god, let me try this, and I was like, let's not try this. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't have to do it every 10 minutes. You have like he's perfect for 10-20 minutes for Chelsea. Robin Loftus-Cheek is probably the best drivable midfield we're gonna have right this minute. Robin and Kovacic. I think Jorginho just need the rest based on the last year. He played good for us in the Championship League, not good in the Premier League. He played good in the European competition. I think he has the same exhaustion as Mount. Like, like, so those two need, Mount just had the rest, so he can start. But I think Mount, Timo Werner, and Lukaku, that's the best right this minute, as I'm talking about based on the last game. Those three needs to start. And Roman Loftus-Cheek should be with Kovacic in the middle. That's my.
I definitely see that. I think Werner is. Look, for me, Werner's not a number 9. I think we've seen that enough.
He was never.
No,
he was never number 9.
He was at Leipzig, but that's because they create about 9 million chances, and there's about 5 million yards of space in behind their defenses. So you just dink a ball over a defense. You allow Timo to run onto it, but he still.
How Salah, how Liverpool exposed play Salah. That's exactly how we're supposed to play Timo Werner.
Off the left.
Like passing in the middle, and he sits on the shoulder of defense. And as soon as the ball gets to the center midfielder, he can just one touch it into the path of Timo Werner. Same as like Lukaku.
Timo also gets you a lot. Timo will get you a lot of penalties because he's quick, but he's also tricky. Because everyone jokes that United get all of these penalties. Well, it's quite a simple reason. They've got really fast, tricky players that you naturally do get fouled. Because if you're quick, a defender might not be used to dealing with someone so quick. So by the time Rashford's got past them, they've dangled their leg out to try and get the ball. And what they've done is they've missed the ball and you've hit Rashford. Werner is similar to that. Werner, because we saw that sort of the back end of, well, not in the back end, it was sort of midway through last season. Because I remember that penalty against Sheffield United, which was everything about Werner, which it was right.
Yeah.
He came off I think he was even coming off the right at that time. He came off the right, got tripped in the box, and straight away there's a penalty. I just think Tuchel needs to work out. And I do agree with you. I do think Mount and Werner are probably the right ones for now. Because I think what Chelsea have missed so far, and it sort of makes you appreciate Mount a little bit. I'm not saying Mount is a great player. I think he's a good player. And I think he's got potential to potentially do well. But again, that depends really on him and the coaching and that. But I do think you miss that workhorse from the front. I also think you miss, I think it was City. I think you miss when Mount isn't playing. I think you miss a connection between the midfield and the attack.
Exactly.
But I think Mount offers, because you saw it against City in the FA Cup semi-final, where Mount would drop a little deeper to come into that.
Even Championship League final.
Yeah, and he would drop a little bit deeper, come into that midfield, and then he would progress the ball forward to a Havertz or Werner or whoever. I think you definitely miss Mount for that, but I think Chelsea need to find a way without doing that as well. Because
which midfielder plays? Let me ask you: if you watch Chelsea as a setup, Kovacic plays towards the left side of the midfield, and Jorginho plays on the right side. Did you notice the difference? When Mount not playing, Jorginho has a shitty game.
Yeah. Because Mount's on the right. Mount's on the right side of
exactly. And I was keep showing that to the Chelsea fans, that saying that like Mount, like people don't rate Mount, but Mount is intelligent in the midfield that way. So for example, like if you play Ziyech goes way too wide, and he blocks the progress of the wing back.
Yeah.
He stays on the line, so wing back has to overlap him, and when you overlap him, the defense already know that somebody is on the left, where the pass can go. What Mount does when Ziyech is not there, he doesn't stay wide, like completely wide. He moves a little bit towards like outside the box, not too back, not too forward. That makes Jorginho pass it to the wide player, and wide player can pass it to Mount, and then he just follows.
It's because Mount is more naturally a central midfielder, isn't he? He's more of a he wants to play in that centre, and naturally you see it a lot with Greenwood. As I say, he's more naturally, for me, a striker, so he will naturally drift in. Very similar with Mount. He's naturally a centre midfielder. Therefore, he's naturally going to drift towards the centre of the pitch because that's where he feels most comfortable. I do agree with Ziyech. I think Ziyech is brilliant, but not for this system that Tuchel's playing. Ultimately, what Tuchel had to do when he came in, he had to look at all of the players, quickly assess and go, what system can I play that means that we're not going to be conceding silly little goals, and that still gives us that attacking sort of ability. And I think he's picked the right system, because I do think your centre back struggle in a back four. Not only because I think you do lack a few things in terms of left back. I think is a bit of an issue. Potentially even right back. So I don't think Reece James is good enough at the moment to play a right back. I think he's in a few years' time. I think he'll be able to, but it's a very
he actually
role.
played really good as a right back at Wigan.
Yeah, but it's different level between doing it at Wigan and Chelsea, isn't there?
Yeah, we're definitely not going back four, because we don't have the. Even Rudiger is gonna struggle in back four. He struggled before in the back four, so I don't think is going that way anyway. No. My biggest, you gotta look at the Tuchel as two phases.
Yeah.
When he came, he had certain amount of players. So Ziyech was brought for Timo Werner to shoot those passes like to Salah.
Yeah.
Now we have a center forward that does not make those runs So Ziyech became liability player technically. He's there, but what is he suiting? So now, for me, the biggest thing is fix the Lukaku and Timo Werner in the same team. If we fix those two to play together all the time, we will start destroying the actual any defense in the Premier League, because we have really, really fast both center forwards technically. Well, even one of them, and Lukaku does not have to drift to the right too far or to the left too far.
Yeah, because he's got people doing that for him.
That can do it for him.
Yeah, I do definitely agree with the Mount situation. I think for me, the best one would be Havertz, Werner, Lukaku on paper. But there's also limitations to that, because I think Havertz isn't quite what Mount is. And I think you do miss that Mount on that right-hand side, where I think Mount might be a little bit more intelligent than Havertz at the moment. But it doesn't mean Havertz can't improve by any stretch of the imagination.
I think Havertz a bit selfish. He's a bit selfish in that situation.
And someone will kick that out of him quite easily.
Do you not think we're too reliant on Mount?
No. I think we're too reliant on our defensive midfield. That's the biggest concern for me. I think we're relying too much on it. I think we are bent. As much as I didn't like Lampard as a coach, he did get one thing right. We did have a transition game through the midfield quick. Like, we are good in the midfield controlling the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, a transitions was quick in the midfield. We didn't. I know what you're saying.
I hear that. No, but I mean in terms of not just Mount per se. We're too reliant on Jorginho because we don't have a backup to him. But I mean in terms of Mount, how like this season, and I know other players forwards haven't been in form either, but it seems like
here's
all that stuff that people praise Mount for, the off the ball stuff, whatever, dropping into midfield. If he's not playing, that shouldn't be a problem for us.
Here's the situation that I think it's like a blessing and a curse. You have really good players that play for not only for Chelsea, they also playing for the international. And he always like that, because you have players that go on the trips in the middle of the tournament, that in the middle of the league, let's say it that way. People underestimate it, but it's a big change. It's like you're saying, like in the championship, like, we got to fly to Russia. Nobody wants it, so everybody starts to avoid. Even the small flights, you're already changing. You're not sleeping right. You're not doing right. And people keep forget, England made it to the final of a major tournament. It's a mental thing. As much as people don't understand, but it's a mental. Do you know how hard it is to get you got to that point and you lost? You know what I'm saying? It takes the toll. Same way, it's about Championship League. We won. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a roller coaster of hormones in your body working. Like, you won, you lost, and you gotta go again.
Yeah.
And we're talking about 22 years old kids.
And I also, touching on that, I also think, and this isn't Chelsea's fault, but I think if there was someone more, so imagine if you had an experienced Englishman. Let's say Harry Kane played for Chelsea. I think Mount would find it easier to handle all of this because technically he's going through all of that with a teammate as well.
Mhm.
I think Chilwell is different because Chilwell didn't get used, so he's going through his own emotions of not being used a single moment in the Euros. I think if you had had a senior Englishman in your team who had suffered that defeat, they're instantly more able to relate to how Mount is feeling and is able to go, right, well, we need to just pick ourselves up, mate. We've won a Champions League. We've had a successful time. That hurts, of course, but we've got a World Cup in a year and a half. We're going to go smash every team and we're going to go win it. Sort of, I think Chelsea is lacking that because I don't know if any of your players have been in an international match where you've lost a final. I can't think of it.
I get what you're saying there, but he's just suffered what you're describing, picking yourself up. He's just been through that, losing back-to-back FA Cup finals and having to pick yourself up, go to a Champions League final and put in a masterclass.
Don't compare that to Euros, man.
I'm not necessarily comparing it. I'm comparing the fact of picking yourself up and going again. My thing is, I'm looking at Mount. I'm just looking at it and I'm using whether it's an excuse or I'm wrong, whatever. I'm just assuming he's burnt out and he needs a rest, which is fine, perfectly fine. My thing is, it seems like we're overly reliant on him because he didn't play in the. I don't think he
showed up.
Wait, hold on. Redneck, did he play in the Super Cup? No.
Who?
Did Mount come on in the Super Cup?
Yes.
Okay, so he came on in the Super Cup. He played against Palace, and he's been playing ever since. He started against Arsenal. This guy hasn't had a preseason, hasn't had a rest.
I agree. He's burned out. That's what I was trying to tell you.
But I know, but I agree. But my thing,
not the physical burnout.
Mentally, it's mental.
That's what
my thing is, when he's not in the team or he's not playing well, it seems like we don't have a different sort of option. I understand all of what Mount does, which is fine, but we should be able to play a different way or have a different sort of style without him. The same way as if Havertz is not playing, we should have a different style. If Lukaku can't play a game, we should have a different style of playing. Or a different way to tweak it.
We lost not only Mount, that's why Mount looks like it's so important. We also lost Conte, which takes place of Mount when Mount is not playing. So you lost two players for the specific position. They both play in that. The only difference is Conte doesn't go way too forward. He stays back a little bit. That's the only difference. But technically, we lost two players from same position, and so to fix that, you have to find the proper bonding between those two, Jorginho and that guy. But like I said, Jorginho was start to get exposed because both Mount and Kanté is not playing. So Jorginho only goes wide to play with what's his name, Azpilicueta. You see what I'm saying? He doesn't pass into the midfielder to Ziyech over there because Ziyech is never there. He goes to the wide player. So that's when Robin Loftus-Cheek started to show up instead of what's his name, Jorginho. And when he started and Tuchel noticed that he can play in that position, DM position, excuse me, he started playing, and I think that will make the difference going forward. I think Robin Loftus-Cheek is the answer for the Mount situation if the problem is going to be appear. Technically, it's the two problems solving. Jorginho, Kovacic can be dropped too, and Robin Loftus-Cheek can start instead of either two, Jorginho or Kovacic. He can replace both of them.
Against lesser sides, yes, I very much agree. But I don't think we can play a midfield two of Kante and Loftus-Cheek in big games.
Yeah, but you wouldn't. That's
Do
when
what?
So for me, in terms of that, you have a team that your ideal 11 for a certain team. So for Man City, United, Liverpool, you'd probably play with your two better midfielders like Jorginho, Kovacic, whatever, right? that's what you if they're all fit. Obviously, if they're not fit, you have no choice but to play other players in those positions. But isn't that what you need? Isn't that what Tuchel needs to do, which is rotate your players more?
Oh no, I do. No, I agree. I agree 100%. I'm not arguing against that. I'm just, I don't know. I'm just, for the Chelsea fans are watching or whatever, because again, I know what Chelsea fans are like. They'll automatically say over 2-3 games, "Oh, he's our best midfielder. He should be playing every game, Ruben. He should play." And that's what I don't like.
No.
It's like,
No,
just because.
That's why me and you talking on YouTube, and Tuchel has a full-time job at Chelsea, because he sees them day in and day out. We can talk about what we saw previous. We don't see practice. We're talking about how they did the last game.
Yeah, you also have a specific. So Tuchel will have this, and Pep will have this. Klopp will have this. Less so Klopp. He hasn't really got many other choices other than what he's really got.
Yeah, too many choices. Problem.
Yeah. Whereas you automatically will set up differently for a different team. So for example, you know City are gonna push up. You know they're gonna have quite a high line. So that you want to work around that. So you're going to play players that can adapt to that, who are going to maybe be more defensive, but you want someone who can clinically progress the ball forward quickly, all of that. For Manchester United, who are going to sit on their 6-yard box and not going to budge, and they're just going to try and hit you on the counter, you're going to have players that are used to dealing with that. So for every different separate game, you're going to have different quality that you need from your team. And then you're going to, and this is what good managers do. You see it with Pep all the time. Against Liverpool, he didn't play Ferran Torres, did he? He went for Foden, Grealish, Jesus, which he hasn't been using that too often. Normally you'd have saw Foden.
He just matched him.
Exactly.
He just matched him on the field.
Well, no, I think he did something different. I think obviously everyone knew that Trent wasn't going to play, which is why I think he put Foden on the wing, because we've started seeing Foden is now being used in 2 different places. He's being used in the central midfield next to Gundogan and with De Bruyne. He's also now being used on the left wing. I think he knew that Milner wasn't playing, so he wanted someone like Foden who is going to run at him, is going to cause him problems, is going to get fouls, is going to, twist him into a turkey twizzler, shall I say, and do all of that to him. That's what good managers do. The managers have a different setup for every team they play, because they have that ability, especially the likes of Chelsea, Man City, who have got insane amount of squad depth, because no matter what, you've got an incredible amount of depth in your team. Maybe not defensively, but you have certainly got a really good depth in terms of central midfield and attacking options. For each game, you have a different plan and a different set of players that work that plan. So you don't necessarily need to be the best midfielder in the world to play a game, because you might just fit how Tuchel wants to play in that specific game perfectly. So it wouldn't surprise me seeing like a Barkley start some games, because Barkley may fit how Tuchel wants to play against a certain team perfectly.
That could be a same thing as a blessing and frustration, because none of the players get used to get chemistry playing with the same thing. That's why Lukaku and Timo Werner are like how we play. Are we gonna give him a chance to get chemistry between them? I think you are right to the certain point, like maybe to a bigger games, but the majority, every big coach has first 11, no matter what. You see what I'm saying? The reason why he had to go to if he had Harry Kane, you bet you Harry Kane would have been, doesn't matter who's on the left or who's on the right. He has to adapt because he has limits of his own. He doesn't have a center forward. But that, what's his name? Jesus on the right, that was the biggest discovery this season and beginning of ending of the last season. Jesus was really, really good on the right side, coming from the right.
We've seen Pep do many things, haven't we? We've seen him adopt the false 9 approach. We've seen him put, Jesus on the right-hand side. Pep is one that Pep is willing to take risks. I think Tuchel is as well. I think Tuchel is willing to take a few risks. I don't think he's as risky as Pep, but I don't think I don't think you ever find a manager who's ever as risky as Pep, because Pep is so risky, is so out. Some of the things he does is so
Thanks
outrageous.
for the Championship League final, all I can say.
Yeah, for example, like that, you wouldn't have a manager who's that brave, or shall I say stupid, to ever try a Champions League final. Yeah, sort of never have like a manager so stupid or brave to play no DM in a Champions League final against Chelsea. But I think Tuchel does have
Pep to Newcastle. He said he's leaving next year.
See, Pep for me, I don't. The Newcastle job is such a weird one, because there's
the city is dead. There's no.
When it's not even just that. I think for what Newcastle are about to go through, I think there's it's a 2/3 stage phase job. So you've got the job now, which is they just got new owners. You've still got a shit team, and they haven't been able to invest in it yet. They obviously go to do the infrastructure stuff, the training ground, the youth academy. Cool. That's you're not going to recoup any of that for 2 years.
You know why they bought? You know why reason they bought?
It was cheap and a huge fan base. That's probably. And they can make a difference.
Soccer and the movie industry, entertainment industry, is the biggest money laundering in the world. Remember that.
Yeah. All I'll say is in terms of
sports and the entertainment business,
we
the
all
best
know that,
money laundering in the world.
We all know that the Premier League is rife with stuff like that. But what I'm saying in terms of the job itself as a manager of Newcastle is you've got phase one where you haven't got the squad that's been invested in. I expect investment will come in January, where they will slowly start to buy some players. I can expect players like Martial, Lingard, Lacazette, these types of players who maybe not loved at their club anymore, go down to Newcastle, get a rebirth. I can see players like Nat Phillips, who is going to be a strong, solid centre-back.
It's going to be old players.
It's going to be a slash between old and average, but could become good sort of young players, with a mix of your couple of foreign players that maybe might buy into that project. So you're going to have to find a manager.
Who's the first manager that went to Man City after the ball?
It was Mark Hughes. So Mark Hughes was the first manager at
we should
City.
Get him.
No, I think the way that I think there's 4 managers that Newcastle will look at, and I could be completely wrong with my ideas. Rafa will be one. He'll be on the list. If they can buy him out of a contract already, they'll get Rafa. Loves the fans, loved by the fans, loves the club, and is a very good manager. We're seeing that with.
He's a really good manager. Exactly. I remember when Chelsea booed him, and I was like, "Why are you booing him?"
It was a madness. So Rafa is one of them. I think if they can't get Rafa, I think they may look at
Mourinho,
Potter. I think Graham Potter would be a good shout because he's used to working with young players.
They're going to get an experienced player, manager. They're not going to get some young coach.
Potter is technically an experienced manager. So you could get Potter, because I think experienced managers, there's very limited out there because they've all just moved jobs. And Mourinho is quite happy at Rome.
Conte is definitely Conte. I think number one.
I think he will be further down the line. This is what I mean by the phases. So there's different phases. I don't think Newcastle right now attracts Conte in any way, shape, or form, but it would attract Rafa. No, it will do. It will do in phase 2, which is a different phase. So phase 1 is that.
Care to put the wager? Care to put the $5 wager? I bet you Conte is going to be the one.
I hear that, but Conte is going to want the job, but I don't think he'll get the job now because I don't think it's right for him yet. He, as I say, this is a 2-phase thing. So phase 1, the likes of Rafa, Graham Potter, Eddie Howe, or even Steven Gerrard, I think would be the 4 they look at. Managers that could come in and do a good job, could draft them up the league. Then phase 2, obviously they would have been invested. They'll be getting investment behind them. Then they get them to a Europa League or top 6. Then you've got to get a manager to take you that next step. You need to get a manager who can break in past City, Liverpool, Man U, and Chelsea. So you need a manager who can do that. That is when a Conte, a Pep, a Nagelsmann, even a Ten Hag, they will then start looking at those managers and going, right, we've now got a very good squad. The squad, they've had maybe £200-300 million worth of investment over 2-3 years. Then phase 2 comes in, they get that big star name in, who is then able to, Lukaku, or what I'm a big name manager. What I'm saying, a big name manager.
Conte, Lukaku, reunited.
But that's what I mean. That's what I mean, because that big name manager can then attract big name players, can't they? A Conte can attract that big name, whereas a Graham Potter, Steven Gerrard, and Eddie Howe couldn't. That's why I think they'll probably try and go for Rafa first, because he does have that pull about him. This is a 2-3 phase job. Phase 1, you'll get investment of
phase 1 don't get relegated this season. That's
exactly.
the phase 1.
Phase 1 actually is the hardest phase of them all, because you've got to turn this team right now that is going to have zero investment up until January. You've got to get this team fixed and working and playing well and trying to get points on the board, because then you can put limit, because you can't put loads of investment in January because you're going to upset the balance of the team and that will cause you a huge problem. So phase 1 is very difficult, because especially now where it's happened midway through the start of the season, you've got to get this set of shitty players, because let's be frankly honest, they're shit. You've got to turn shit into gold essentially and start picking up those points, making sure you don't get relegated.
I don't think we're worse than Burnley. I don't think.
No, I don't think they're worse, but I still think they're
actually Bruce. I actually rate Bruce as a good coach. Actually, he was decent at who.
It's a shame he's about to lose his job.
My point is, it's like a wish of mine, hidden deep in my soul, like how I didn't want Lukaku in the first place.
Yeah.
Maybe Conte will get the job, and he was like, you know what? I need that forward centers. I need to reunite with Lukaku, and he was like, Chelsea, would you accept £95 million like at the end of the season? Because nothing is gonna happen until the end of the season. Nothing. No. It's gonna be looked at in December if we're that much bad to get relegated.
Oh no, they'll get a couple of players in. I think they'll.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, so will be a stable thing.
I think Brucey will get fired. Well, not fired is such a harsh word. He will get let go, because I don't think he's going to fit the plans of what they want to do. So Brucey's going to be given a P45 and probably given his P45 pretty swiftly. They will look at who they want to bring in to manage this phase 1 stage. It is going to be phases. That the Newcastle fans, don't expect yourselves to be top 4 next year, because you're sadly mistaken. It's a phase job, didn't it? So they'll sack Brucey, and then they'll get a couple of players in January. I can see him probably getting a centre back and a centre midfielder, maybe even a right back, sort of fill some holes in of players that would help. I think a Martial will be available in January. I think you could conceivably get a Martial in January. I think you could conceivably even maybe, dare I say, a Donny van der Beek might be available in January. So Newcastle will look at getting a couple of players in January, and then, as you say, the big rebuild will be in the summer.
FFP has postponed the thing due to COVID. So,
mate, FFP is finished anyway. I mean, that's not even. It's not going to be as
big. So, I will expect everything going to be done in the summer more than in January, based on how
FFP ain't even a thing. We've seen that proven, haven't we? City manager take UEFA to court and stop that ban.
That's like a
UEFA and FFP. It was essentially fake. It was just, look, we're going to put this in there.
Laundry.
Yeah, it's sort of like, we're going to put this in there to make us look like we're doing stuff, but we're not actually going to. Because I think UEFA knew that City would beat them in court, because City have got the money to go hire the best lawyers in the world. So FFP is a complete sham. It's not a real thing, but it won't happen in January. I think, as I said, I think the likes of Adoni and Martial, these types of players will be available in January.
Aubameyang.
Aubameyang, Lacazette, these types of players would be available in January.
I'm telling you, I can't blame the guy that wishes Conte, Lukaku reunited.
No, but that's what I mean. Those players will be available January.
After we win the Premier League, why not?
And then
Why
the big moves will happen in the summer. I think they'll probably get one manager in for the next 2-3 years. Then I think you'll start to see more movement, maybe a new manager. But it's going to take a long process. It's not a short, quick fix. I mean,
I think are you United fan? I don't know. Are you United fan?
I'm a Plymouth Argyle fan. So I'm a League One fan, but I watch all of the Premier League.
Oh, because like you talk like a hidden agenda, like Man United hidden agenda. Like Conte is not gonna get the job at Newcastle because
no. Conte
secretly we hope Ole is gonna get fired soon
no. Conte doesn't fit
Newcastle.
United. Conte doesn't fit United in any way, shape, or form.
Ronaldo is gonna ruin whoever comes
Ronaldo's ruined Ole anyway. But Conte is not a fit for United because the United board will not back Conte the way that Conte needs to be backed, and therefore it will end messy like it normally would with Conte.
That's why I'm saying Conte is going to Newcastle.
Yeah, no,
because
I agree.
Project for him.
I completely agree with you, but what I mean is that it won't happen now. I think, as I say, this is a two-phase
I know what
thing.
you're saying. I'm just saying it's going to happen now because
Conte
is I'm telling you, I know it's going to happen now because Conte is reactive coach. He can make quick turnover. That's the biggest his advantage, and we're going to look at that.
I think you're
like, for example, if you buy five players, if he can get 5 players in Newcastle team, they can challenge for the top 4 next season.
No, I sort of agree, but I do think it's a phased approach, and I think because these are you look at how City did.
Yes, I know what you're saying. You look how City went from that to that. That's a bit different now because, first of all, City, they had to do it because FFP was the rule back then, and they wanted to win the Premier League. The main point for Newcastle, for them to win the Premier League, for Newcastle, they won the Premier League. They had the Premier League. City did not have it since a long time ago. Before Newcastle had the Premier League in the 90s, so it's not that long. It's, you know what I'm saying? So for them, it's not about, we need to win a Premier League. For them, it's actually get into the top 4. And the quickest they get into the top 4 is going to be Conte. Not, I bet you money is going to be Conte.
No, I agree. I think
definitely not Lampard.
I'm still adamant. I'm still adamant.
I understand. I understand what you're saying.
I'm still adamant there'll be a two-phase approach. I can see a Rafa coming in for the start. Conte, I think, will be the. Do you know what Conte will be? Conte will be that beautiful bit towards the end that's going to win them a shit ton. Right?
I think it's opposite. He is so short-term memory person.
No, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. I think they'll get Rafa to rebuild it. Conte comes in for 2-3 years, wins multiple Premier Leagues, probably wins him a Champions League, fucks off again.
Conte reminds me of Mourinho.
That's what
Mourinho came to Chelsea. But Mourinho won in 1 year Premier League.
Yeah, no, I know. But I don't think Mourinho would, and we sort of saw it at United. He's not very good at the rebuild sort of part. Mourinho is good.
No.
That's not true. Mourinho can rebuild.
Mourinho he cannot rebuild like a long-term team. He can rebuild the team right now to win something like in the near future. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I don't
think that's where this Newcastle side is at. I don't think they're
not for Mourinho. For Conte is.
Maybe. I just think.
I understand what you're saying. You base it on Man City history.
Not just off
like how Man City progressed.
Not just on that. I just the logical way that I see it happening is Rafa comes in, rebuilds that team, gets them into top 4. Conte comes in, absolutely destroys the league mentally and physically because he smashes them all to pieces. Probably, as you say,
I don't think Rafa can get you top 4.
Oh no, that okay, not top 4, but top 6, whatever, push you up the league. And then Conte comes in, brings back Lukaku, has that link up, and they completely smash it. Conte walks in with a decent squad. Rafa builds
Lukaku in the summer. Newcastle. Conte reunited Juventus.
I just, the way I see it is, I think
everybody's happy. Only
well,
Prime is not happy.
Prime's never happy, but I just as I say,
We're talking
Rafa
about you,
comes
man.
in, gets up to top 6, top 7, whatever. Conte then comes in, brings in Lukaku, completely destroys the league, and then goes again after a couple of years. And then Newcastle look for a younger manager to do sort of a Pep style thing, which is stay at Newcastle for 5, 6, 7 years and continually win. That's just the way I see it. I see it being a Rafa, then Conte, then a long-term project manager. That's the way I see it.
I can see Shearer goes back as a director.
Absolutely. Oh, I was just thank God you ended director there. If you, someone said I did a stream on this on my channel, and in the comments someone put Shearer as an option for manager, and I went, I don't believe what I've just saw. Absolutely no way should Newcastle United go get Alan King Shearer in. No way is that acceptable behaviour. And no way would the Saudis ever do that, because they're not idiots. Saudis want to win, but they also know that someone like Alan Shearer is, with no pedigree, is any way, shape or form acceptable enough to, manage this sort of...
Why are you laughing?
No way. I don't know why Prime's laughing. I think it's because
Are you watching Pornhub again? Are you watching Pornhub again?
He's a Shearer inner. He's a Shearer inner.
You do. But anyway, much as this is all great, this isn't grounded Chelsea, nor is this a Chelsea show. It's been 2 hours, 27 minutes.
We were talking about Newcastle.
I gotta go to the gym.
I know, but I got to end this. Redneck Blue, tell people
That's
where
your
we can
channel?
find you.
Whose channel is it?
This
channel.
It's the First XI, owned by myself, Indiana,
XI,
Rachel.
it's called First 11, not XI.
Yeah, XI means 11.
I know, it's a Latin. Don't teach me. I know why you said
Latin.
XI. It's 11.
Because I'm smarter than you. Anyway, Redneck, where can we find you?
Where you can find me? I live in South Carolina.
On socials.
It doesn't matter. Redneck Blue 1905. Oh, okay. I forgot to tell you. Do you know what's a really good thing happened? My birthday is on May 19. Guess what happened on May 19?
Conte went to Newcastle, bought in Romelu Lukaku, and Harry Kane went to Chelsea.
This is what will happen. That's when Chelsea won the first Championship League on my birthday, man.
Is all of that happening on May 19th as well?
Yes.
Conte goes to Newcastle, brings in Pogba and Lukaku.
I can see Conte go, Pogba go, Lukaku go to the same team. And I will buy for them flight.
That would be mad. That would be mad.
I gotta go to the gym, guys.
Okay, wait, hold on. Let's just end it. Now, where can we find you?
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter, _PAFC, and my YouTube channel at Let's Talk Premier League. I'm actually going to be doing, instead of the weekly review show on Monday, I'm actually going to be sort of hiring myself. It's sort of going to be like a sort of role play. I'm going to put myself as director of football in Newcastle and say what I would do for the next 5 years with all this money, including managerial appointments, selling players, bringing players in.
Does Newcastle know about it?
No, Newcastle don't know because they haven't hired me as... I'm doing it as an application form, you see, because I'm hoping that they come across it and they're like, this guy knows ball and I get a job at Newcastle. So it's application for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
You do know
how you find out applying for the Newcastle job day.
Yes. Yep. Newcastle job, here I come. Director of football.
Let me
now. How do I sign Mason Greenwood?
I do rate Greenwood, man. I do rate Greenwood.
What were you saying, Redneck?
I said I do rate Greenwood. I like Greenwood as a player. Hello?